Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go! What?
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Brad 38!
On second down, here's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On first and 10, Hoffman swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. And on the ground they go with a running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Off the play fake. Freeman dumps it off to Fournette. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on first down. Freeman. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. From the gun, Freeman, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. And Gold is able to put it through, but hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker, and if they did, that'll be a first down. So how big might the special teams mistake be there? Running into the kicker, and that penalty leads to first and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to throw. Freeman. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So that'll back him up 5. Following the delay, here's second and 9. Looking to throw. Freeman. Escaping the pressure right. Freeman a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gold now out to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Hoffman, flush to his right. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, Hoffman. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Blue line it. Blue line.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 We got three, fellas. We got 3. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Hoffman is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Hoffman. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Freeman. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Well, that 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Looking to throw. Freeman eluding the pressure right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Shifts free at the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Freeman lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Hoffman. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Throwing on 1st down. Hoffman Flushed out. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Freeman under pressure, and they got to him again. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Freeman looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On 1st down, Freeman going for the deep ball. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This one taken from the 7. And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The final shot before break. Hoffman, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded at the 6. Powerful running. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Being chased out left. They got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 31 on third down. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there.